All right, we're going live tonight. Let's do a Christmas hangout tonight and have some fun. And I know I'm starting a little bit late here. I'll go for a little bit. What the heck? It's Christmas. So yeah, doing a Christmas hangout. And whoever wants to jump in, let me know. Yeah, just got home. Uh, Spent some time with the family a little bit, with my nieces and my nephew. Watched Scrooged again, which is great. Great movie. Um, had some dinner, ate a couple of cookies, and then tomorrow, Christmas Eve, going to a party. Then Christmas, of course, is coming. So, Mass Singer in the house. What's up, man? Doing good. Just got inside. Just got here at home. I was at my parents' house and we ate dinner. Watched Scrooged. Uh, my nieces were there and my nephew. Having some fun. So and so tomorrow got a party to go to, and even right behind me right now is a bunch of presents I have to, wrap. So I gotta do that tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I know I haven't really done too much, the last couple of weeks almost on the channel. Uh, it's just been busy with work and not having a lot of time when I get back. It's just been work, go to sleep, work, get home, take a shower, sleep, repeat. But I figured, why not do a fun hangout tonight? And you know, whoever wants to join in and talk about movies, talk about anything. I do think Matt Thomas is going to join up here in a little bit. We'll see, but yeah. So, but we got one person so far. Got my Coke Zero. Bake cookies with, drink eggnog with, and have a disco party with Doc Brown, Clark Griswold, Homer Simpson. I'm gonna have some eggnog with Clark, bake cookies with Doc. It'd be fun. Make like little DeLorean cookies and have a disco party with Homer. It's logical, right? But yeah, like I said, I think Matt Thomas is going to join here in a little bit. Um, I was supposed to start at 8, but I wanted to finish the movie because me and my dad were watching Scrooged. So I wanted to finish that, get back, and you know, so I wanted to start about an hour ago, but it's fine. I mean, on my end right now, it's about 10 minutes to 9. So, like I said, I'll go for a little bit here, but looking at some movie news here. Um, Nothing really worth talking about that I see. And if I understand, I understand if people, it's 2 days before Christmas. A lot of people are either out of town or with family and all that. So we'll see who joins up here. But so yeah. So now we got 2 people watching. Let me know if you can hear me good. Bobby, what's up, Bobby? Bobby in the house. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send an invite to somebody. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try something here. What I'm trying to do is to see if I can get my brother in here. We'll see what happens. I think he's babysitting right now, but I've been trying to get him for a while to come into, my StreamYard, even for a few minutes, because, it'd be fun. But let's see here. All right, drink some hot cocoa with, have a snowball fight with, sing Christmas songs with Squidward, Bart Simpson, Fred Flintstone. I'm going to have some hot cocoa with Fred, have a snowball fight with Bart. Why not sing some Christmas tunes with Squidward? Okay, you can hear me. All right. Let me see here. All right. I'm going to try something here. All right. Let's see what happens. And like I said, me and my brothers, we're like this. So it'd be fun for him to jump in here. But yeah, so we got 4 people watching. Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting on Matt Thomas. I think he's a little bit busy at the moment, but waiting on him. It's whoever joins up tonight. Celebrating Christmas with my friends up here. I know, cat, you want to come in here, but yeah, my cat's meowing. But the problem is, she gets in here and she wants to, move around a lot, knock stuff over, and kind of play around. And I got presents behind me. I don't want her to get into that. Yeah, Lucy's in the hallway, and she wants to get in, but like I said, if she gets in here, she's gonna start playing around and knocking stuff over. Presents behind me. I don't want her messing with that. How would you react if there was a Power Ranger movie or show where Rangers was just a cop with the regular guns and different color bike helmet? I don't know if I can get behind that. I mean, I get what you're saying though. I don't know. I don't know if I would get behind that concept. Like, what would Fabio think about that? Like, ask Fabio that question. I did like Power Rangers back in the day, um, but I don't know if the Power Rangers concept would mesh well with making it real and having cops, uh, even though they have different colored bike helmets. I mean, I don't know if that would work, but let me try something here. Did you get my text? Oh, it's a StreamYard link. StreamYard is like a live stream where you can join in, and if you want to pop in for a few minutes, it's up to you. I mean, if you're busy, it's fine. But okay, no problem. Nothing, nothing. It's just me right now. Babysitting? What are you babysitting? Okay. All right. All right. I tried that. He said next time. We'll get him in here. Chris, we're going to get you in here one day. How would you react if Michael Bay would make a remake of The Giant Claw? I would not watch it. I know there's Power Ranger comics out there, but I haven't read any of them. But yeah, that was my brother that I was talking to, and yeah, right now he's babysitting. I figured I'd try, but one day we'll get him. But let's look at movie news here. I mean, I looked at Movie Web, but I didn't see anything worth mentioning. See, Collider, nothing worth mentioning. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, while I do have some problems with the film, and I want to save that for a video sometime, but I still like the movie. I mean, I had fun. It was a good experience, and it was a nice theater that I saw the movie. Uh, but yeah, I mean, sometime I want to get more into that. Talk about the movie. Um, you know, go more in depth and what have you, because there's things I liked about it, and there's certain things that I didn't like about it. But I want to save that for like a video or whatever. But all right, so we got 6 people watching. Despite its issues, I still liked it. It's still better than The Matrix 4. So you saw Matrix Resurrections. Uh, what was bad about that? I mean, I didn't look forward to it, but even from the previews, and I'm like, it just looks less than. It just looks at like cheap. And I mean, what was bad? Like, what was bad about? Uh, ugh, mm, my apologies. Um, yeah, I've been running around all day. But what was bad about Matrix 4? Johnny? Uh, yeah, what was bad about Matrix 4? Yeah, sorry for yawning here. But yeah, I've been running around all day, like from 10 to 3, just doing some last minute shopping. That's why I kind of gather. I mean, it's just from the looks of it. I mean, just looked like a soft reboot of the Matrix. Like we're retreading on the first movie. Like, why? Why are we doing this again? Why are we bleh, I can't even talk. Why are we redoing scenes from the Matrix? And just talking about the movie, I have to take off my coat because not that I've seen the movie, but it's getting hot. The heat's on. But anyways, yeah, I mean, again, yeah, money, exactly. Ryan, you said it best. Money. It's a cash grab. That's kind of, I mean, again, from the previews that I've seen, the one or two clips that I've seen from the movie, nothing impresses me. It just seems like a lot of exposition. It should be called The Matrix Expositions. Just call it that. And again, it just seems like they're retreading and, redoing elements from the first movie. If Seth MacFarlane directed Deadpool 3, I would not be interested, to be honest with you. But exactly, Ryan, money. That's the, it's a cash grab. And again, I know I haven't seen the film yet, but I heard it's very boring. It doesn't show. Yeah, I mean, I think the film is like, what, 2.5 hours? And even on IMDb, like right now, the film it's at a 6 out of 10. And the film is getting a lot of, you know, mixed reactions. 32,000 people and that voted on IMDb. And right now it sits at a 6. And I was noticing that, like, with this movie, you know, before it was coming up, like before the film came out, it was like a 7.8. I'm like, just watch. It's going to go down. 7.8, 7.1, 6.8. You know, you catch my drift. And I'm like, this movie is not going to go up it's not going to go higher. It's just going to go more and more down. Because again, it just seems like a lame cash grab, soft reboot, hard reboot of the first movie. Tries hard to be the first movie. And again, some people might say, well, you're not being fair to the film. You haven't seen the film. But again, it's from the the previews, the stuff that I've seen. I have no interest. I have no interest in the movie. Exactly. It's that nostalgia baiting, you know, because we're the fish that falls for the nostalgia bait every time. This is coming from a guy that I didn't mind Ghostbusters Afterlife. But even I can say, I can admit that I'm kind of getting tired of the nostalgia baiting. Exactly. Studio Red Band. All right, so Matt Thomas is going to be in here shortly. Do you think Disney should cast the actress who played Dee? Well, I haven't seen the show, so I can't, I can't say. Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, you know, John Wick 4, I was looking forward to that next year. And now it's pushed back another year. I mean, geez. I'm ready for John Wick 4. Why do we have to wait another year? I mean, that's aggravating. Why even put a teaser out? Like, I saw a little teaser for John Wick 4. I'm like, why are you teasing us now? We gotta wait a whole nother year. I mean, for what good reason? Again, what good reason? It was one of the only. I mean, there's a couple of films to look forward to next year, like Sonic 2 and Moonfall, Jackass Forever. But John Wick 4 was like the number one film for me that I look forward to next year, and you push it a whole nother year. I mean, are they hoping that maybe this coming year that Keanu will pump out another John Wick movie? So are they gonna try to make John Wick 4 and 5 come out the same year? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'd rather yeah, Constantine 2. He's talked about that recently, that he wants to do another, Constantine movie. And I would get behind that. But I have a bad feeling. I mean, considering the track record lately, you look at the track record lately with sequels and what have you. But how would you react if Hollywood announced a Spyro movie? I might be interested in that because I do like Sonic the Hedgehog. I did enjoy that. So we'll see what happens. If more movies, okay, I'll just say this. If they can do more video game films like Sonic, whether if you want to use Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, I can get behind that. I'm like, okay, just take a note from Sonic, make it like that, live action blend, and that'd be fun. That's what I'm saying. I would like to see that if they can make it like Sonic the Hedgehog, which I enjoyed, and I look forward to the sequel. So yeah, exactly. Why not delay Matrix 4 and give us John Wick 4? you know, I guarantee you John Wick 4 is a much better movie. And again, I know people are going to say, well, you haven't watched Matrix Resurrections. Oh, you mean Matrix Expositions? I can't even say the word right. Expositions? I mean, it's just I have a feeling it's not going to be anything to write home about. And again, it's just going to be a lot of, redoing moments from the first movie. Go with Spyro. Live action Spyro movie? I don't know. I mean, don't do Chris Pratt. I mean, I like Chris Pratt, but he's also, I mean, he's getting ready to voice Mario and Garfield. Flash, what's up, man? Flash Flex in the house. Do I like I Spy? I've never seen the film. I do have the film, um, but I've never seen it. I remember back in the day watching the preview for it, and I'm like, okay, that looks like fun. Eddie Murphy, Owen Wilson, but yeah, sometime I have to give it a watch. And but yeah, like I said earlier, I'm sorry I'm starting a little bit late here tonight. I wanted to start about an hour ago, but I got a little tied up, and but I wanted to do something tonight and have some fun with you guys here. Yeah, the Decepticon variant. That's exactly what they're going to blame it on. Delaying John Wick 4. Why? Oh, because of the Decepticon variant. Because of the Megatron variant. If that's the reason, I mean, it's just stupid. But not much, Flash. Yeah, I've been streaming here for, a little bit here, maybe for like 20 minutes or what have you. Matt Thomas is going to join up here in a little bit. Um, so let me go ahead and actually send him an invite. So when he's ready, pop in. Yeah, Omnicron Prime. Kings of Leon biopic. I mean, yeah, I don't know much about the Kings of Leon, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, I could agree to that. I mean, and two, you get a bad director. I mean, didn't John Moore direct that? I mean, the same guy that directed Max Payne and some other movies. It's a good day to crap. That's what it should be called. A good day to crap. Yeah, I love the 2003 Ninja Turtle series. Really fun show. Who would I cast for a Billy Joe biopic? I'm not sure. That'd be, you know what? That'd be a biopic I would be interested in seeing because I like Billy Joel. All right. So whenever Matt is ready. Extreme flops. Yeah, I have to watch that. I've never seen Behind Enemy Lines. Like I've seen clips of the movie, but I haven't seen the film all the way through. Well, I haven't seen too many bad movies with LL Cool J. I mean, I don't mind him as an actor. I think he's good in Deep Blue Sea. Uh, but other films. I mean, I'm trying to think. Didn't he have a bit part in The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox and James Woods? I think he was in that. And I mean, again, I know he's been in other I know he's been in other stuff, but you know, uh, there. Yeah, I do like LL Cool J. Yeah, I do apologize, folks, for yawning here. That's why I have this. I need a little caffeine boost. Yeah, that guy's crazy. Coyote Peterson. I don't know how that guy is a nut. But for people out there that have never heard of Coyote Peterson, look him up. But yeah, that's the guy that will take the bullet ants or um, what's that? Like these different insects and that will have, really powerful sting and he will sting himself with the insect, like the murder hornet. But yeah, I've seen his channel. Yeah. I mean it's a cool channel, but he is crazy. Yeah, he is crazy. I'm like, I no. I mean, I would never do that. Need a little snack. I'm surprised I'm, a tad like a little bit tired. I mean, I had a chocolate chip cookie earlier, had some good food. Um, so I shouldn't be tired. Maybe if I eat. Yep. The murder hornet. I had to think about it for a second. It was the Murder Hornet. I don't know who would you cast as Crash Bandicoot. I mean, I don't know. But Blast Radius, cool to see a man. Sean Young called Sam Furstenberg a terrible director. I don't know what happened. What's the backstory on that? Do you think Samaritan, the new Stallone superhero flick, can be the like Unbreakable? I mean, I don't know much about it, honestly. I mean, I know it's based on a comic book, but I'm not familiar with with the comic book or the source material. I don't know much about that. I have to see a trailer first. I would have to see a trailer, and we'll go from there. Yeah, yeah, Sharknado. I wonder what it has now on Rotten Tomatoes, just out of curiosity. A 74%. The critics' consensus: proudly, shamelessly, and gloriously brainless. Sharknado redefines so bad it's good for a new generation. And to me, there's so many better films that don't have a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. But for some reason, Sharknado, and I don't know how many of those Sharknado movies they made, but the first one has a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why? 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 Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened. The Matrix Resurrections has a 67%. I just don't look forward to that. I know it's on HBO Max, and I do have HBO Max, but I have a feeling I'm going to hate it. Transporter TV show. Didn't they try that? Have they tried that recently? Or there was talks about it? I don't think you need a TV show on the Transporter. That kind of goes back to, not everything needs a TV show. Not everything needs a spinoff. Not everything needs a reboot or reimagining or, a bait job, nostalgia bait job. I just made that up. Like nostalgia baiting, call it a bait job. But anyways, or a nostalgia job. But yeah, yeah, I do like the first Transporter, but again, as a series, I don't know. Comic book movies I look forward to next year. The Batman with Robert Pattinson. I did like the trailer. I like that it has sort of a David Fincher vibe to it. So we'll see what happens. I forgot they remade that. A Weezer biopic. Would that even happen? Hmm. Yeah, I look forward to Cobra Kai season 4. Well, I haven't seen the remake. I mean, I heard about it coming out, and I think maybe I saw a clip of it or a trailer or preview, and I'm like, nobody's gonna watch this. This is something that you would pick up for $1 at Walmart, like it belongs in the dollar bin. Um, but yeah, yeah, the transporter refueled. Gets a 5.2 in IMDb. But yeah, and nobody's talking about that. I don't know who I would ever cast for a Weezer biopic. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Rambarath is going to come on tonight. He might be busy, and I understand. But Matt Thomas is going to be on shortly. Um, so, yeah, I agree. Just looks generic. But yeah, nothing about the new Uncharted movie. I mean, Tom Holland I like, but he just looks so out of place. Mark Wahlberg, you don't have to be in every movie. Stop it. Take Marky Mark and his funky bunch out of the movie. Him and Dwayne need to take a break. Take a break for 5 years, then come back. How can we miss you if you're always there? That should apply to Marky Mark, Dwayne. But yeah, there are miscast. I haven't played the Uncharted games. I want to. I mean, I still have to do more playthroughs of Days Gone. But yeah, someday I would like to play the Uncharted franchise. Yes, I did see it, and I did like it. I mean, uh, does it have flaws? Yes. I mean, and I would like to get more into that maybe a little bit later on here or in another separate video. But that's something I want to get more in depth on, like, get talk about more, discuss. But I did like the movie. Exactly. A Step Brothers animated series. I don't know about that. I've never seen the film. I've never seen Step Brothers. Exactly. I mean, yeah, I'm surprised The Rock doesn't have a part in that new Sandra Bullock movie, The Lost City, where Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, which looks like fun. I mean, yeah, you can, you know, say it has a kind of Romance of the Stone vibe, but yeah, I mean, it looks like a fun movie. and I'm glad that The Rock is not in it. Yeah, The Matrix 4. I was talking about that earlier a little bit. I mean, to be honest, I don't have any interest. I mean, I do have HBO Max, but all right. So Matt Thomas is getting ready to join here, and three, two, one. Hey,
What's happening?
not much, man.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, I was just talking about The Matrix 4.
The Matrix. I
I
don't
haven't
know
seen
about
it.
this Matrix. You just know that Trinity's going to be the one, and it's going to be woke as fuck.
It's going to be The Matrix Expositions.
Yeah. Just get on with John Wick already. You know?
Well, it's not going to be till another year.
Fuck.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah,
Cocksuckers.
the little teaser they put out. Well,
Yeah.
I missed it the first time around. I'm like, okay, and I look forward to it next year. I'm like, wait a second, let me go back and rewatch that again. It's not coming out till March of 23.
Oh.
Yep, Jonathan Mills. Yep.
Fuck. It'd be cool if they used the time to film like 3 of them all at the same time and then put 3 out, you know?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, are they pushing it another year so they can get John Wick 5 out? Like, start, getting that ball rolling? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's the reason?
Because he's stuck in the Matrix for 3 more films.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Old man Neo. Apparently it was good though. Apparently the reviews were good, but I don't know. I can't go see anything because we're fucking locked down solid for a month. No one's going nowhere. It's bad down here. Yeah, like 9,000 cases in a week.
Damn.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, how's the weather?
Cold, but it was cold before. Now it's not that bad out. It's still cold, but it's not unbearably cold. You know?
Yeah, it's not bad tonight either. Maybe in the 40s. But have you heard anything about? I mean, have you seen The Way Home?
I watched some clips online, and I really liked all the spoilers and everything. And I wanted to see it. We just got a ScreenX cinema here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the 3 screens, like the Disney ones. We got one of those, and I wanted to go, but we got locked down. I wanted to go with my wife, but she was like, "Oh, we could go tomorrow," and then bam, no more cinema, no more nothing, no more restaurants.
Damn.
You need a note to go to work. If you go to work at night, there's a curfew. 7 people allowed only for Christmas.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Massinger is wondering if Fabio is going to be on tonight. Well, I don't know if he's working or not. I mean, and I know we're a couple of days, like, we're just a couple of days before Christmas, and some people are either away or with family, and I understand that too. But we'll see. I mean, if it shows up on his end, and if he wants to jump in, I'll send him an invite.
That'd be a pleasure.
How would you react if Matt Stone and Trey Parker were announced as directors of a Fantastic Four reboot? I think it'd be treated as a joke.
It'd be cool if they did the that old Fantastic Four, that abandoned one. Like the
the Roger Corman.
Yeah, if they did just a commentary, like stupid voices over that, that would be cool.
Yeah, I saw the documentary for that, and that was pretty cool.
I was gonna watch it on Oculus, but the quality was really bad, so I didn't end up watching it yet. I'll probably do it at one point because I'm curious to see. I've never seen it.
Stranger boys in the house.
Stranger.
People are strange when you're strange. Jonathan Mills says, "I'm glad Neil Patrick Harris is in Matrix Resurrections."
Yeah, he seems pretty dialed in. He seems like he's going to be good. Like even in the trailer, I like the first trailer. I didn't even know it was him. That's how good he was. But yeah,
it just seemed like from all the previews and it's like little clips that I've seen here and there, it just seems like a soft reimagining or reboot of the Matrix.
yeah.
And I hate even saying that because I don't know, what does that mean? What is a soft reboot? What is a hard reboot?
It's true. It's true. Like there's no more line anymore. There's no more like, you know what I mean? There's like fucking anything goes now.
Yeah, it just seems like it wants to replay and redo,
Mm-hmm.
scenes from the Matrix with a 2021 paintbrush.
Yeah, like why'd they have to do that? Seriously, if you're gonna invest all that energy into a Matrix film, why do that? Like, wouldn't you do like okay, maybe use half of it, but like maybe try to do something like completely different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like that they're older though. I like that they're like in their 70s or something like that, 70s or 80s.
Yeah, because what's her name in it? Yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, and the Subway kid there. Fuck, I can't remember her name. She's in there.
Yeah, and the one villain from the Matrix Reloaded. I forgot the what's the character's name? Let me get that name.
Bane. There was a Bane guy. No, he died, right? He got possessed by Siren. No, I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't seen him in so long. I haven't seen him since the theater. So
Yeah, the guy in the suit.
oh yeah. From the freeway chase.
Somebody, yeah, Merovingian.
Oh yeah, Merovingian. Yeah.
Yeah, however you pronounce his name, but yeah, he comes back here.
Dude, his French was horrible, man. Like horrible.
Keanu
Like
Reeves is 57.
I'm no connoisseur, but like horrible. Like it was an embarrassment to watch. You know who's got it straight? You know who's got the French down packed is Kevin Smith in Yoga Hosers.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
That's the only movie I've ever seen that depicted like mainstream movie that depicted where I live properly. Yeah.
John Wick 4 was coming out the same day as Top Gun 2.
That got pushed back again?
Yeah, well,
Like,
Top Gun 2, Top Gun 2 I think is coming out still next year, but again, John Wick 4 got pushed to another year.
Fucking Tom Cruise taking a fucking flight school to do this? To his fucking 4 years of flight school?
Maybe Tom Cruise, I don't know.
I can outrun in this one, I outrun the jet.
I can outmaneuver Keanu Reeves. I can push John Wick 4 another year.
Goose's ghost.
Yeah, Keanu's not 70 yet. But Keanu, you know what I mean? Right now he's 57 and going on 27.
Yeah, he looks good for 57.
So by the time he's 70, he's gonna be 70
and you can
going
tell
on
it's
30.
You can tell it's natural because he's like, you see him videos where he's just on the street walking around.
Yeah.
And there's no makeup,
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And it just seems like a cool guy, I mean, from the interviews and such.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think there was an interview recently where he was on that Drew Barrymore show.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they talked about Babes in Toyland. But yeah, that movie sucks. But how would you react if the guy who voiced Archer played Bullseye in the Daredevil reboot? Mass Singer's asking.
Mm,
Well, I haven't seen Archer.
I like that guy. Like, it's one of those ones where it's like, we only had that in French here, Archer. So it was like different episodes of different seasons every night. And like my cousin would watch it in French. So I would see parts of it here and there, but I never like sat down and watched it. So it's one of those ones that I would definitely like to watch from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I've seen like, you know, like it, like the cartoon, like little clips here and there, but I haven't seen much of it to have an opinion.
Mm.
But what have you been up to? I mean, lately,
Work.
Yeah, I'm about to say I know. Yeah,
like literally wake up, work, come home, eat, shower, sleep, wake up, work, come home, like just over and over and over.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and family stuff and trying to get Christmas figured out, and yeah, just a lot of work. I haven't really had time to do anything. Like sometimes I'll catch a stream or something, but it's literally been like I get 5 minutes to do something, or it's like check my phone when I'm going to bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just been work. It's been crazy.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I get back at a certain time of night and I have a little bit of time to eat dinner, shower, and kind of lay back for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And for the past 2 weeks, I haven't really done much on my channel. That's mostly because of that.
Well, at least I'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, Christmas is over. Yeah.
I'll be able to catch up on your videos, which is good.
Well, the only thing I've done really in the past 2 weeks is part 1 for Days Gone. I've started on the playthroughs for that, but that's it.
Oh, nice. I want to do playthroughs, but they took off the live streaming thing for Facebook while they're fixing this stupid Meta thing. Fucking Meta.
Meta's fucking it up.
Mm-hmm.
No, I noticed that too because I thought you could live stream for the PS4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
And I didn't even see that. Like I thought I used to, but it's not up there anymore.
Yeah, so now if I want to do a video, I have to literally record the video, fucking edit it, and fucking put it out.
By the way, Bobby, I sent you a invite. Check your email.
Bobby.
So you might come in here.
Bobby was super fun last time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool if if you can make it in here. He said he wanted to join in here, so I had signed an invite to your email, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Gibson needs to come back as Mad Max.
Yes, he does.
Sadly.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Yeah, I mean, just been working and like trying to work as much as possible because we're getting locked down for a month. Like for a month, I'm not even gonna be able to go to work. It's gonna be bad, man. Fucking bad. Like travel ban. No one goes over the border. Nothing. Like done.
Is it just for a month?
Last time they said a month. It was a lot longer than a month. But like it happened to be last June. Like they closed the store for like 3 weeks or something like that, and then they had a skeleton crew.
Maybe that's a sign that you should come down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it when it opens back up even just a little bit, just hop on over.
Yeah, I'd like to come back down there. I had fun last time I was down there.
Yeah, one day we're gonna hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you and me, Alex.
Yeah, Alex.
Who else lives down there?
I'm
sure someone else lives down there too.
Well, Fabio's in Pennsylvania.
I'll just pick him up on the way.
Yeah. There's no way we can reach Rob, man. He lives on Mars.
You have to fly him out.
Yeah.
I'd fly him out. If I had the money, I'd fucking fly him out.
All right. Bobby's getting ready to join here.
I would bring Bobby too, man.
Hey.
What's
We'll
up?
throw a rager.
What's up,
Yo,
man?
Oh, not so much.
how's
Yeah,
it
we're
going?
So, how y'all been up today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot running around.
Yeah.
Are you ready for Christmas?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I like that name, Bobzilla. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
My nickname from school my school days.
Yeah, I
Nice.
was like, who's Bobzilla? Okay, it's gotta be Bobby.
Yeah.
But so we got a question from Johnny. Do you think Stallone has seen any of Arnold's movies?
I think so.
Think Stallone has what?
Has seen any of Arnold's movies?
Yeah, probably. Probably maybe not in the earlier days. Maybe he just saw parts of it. People were probably like, "Sly, you see this movie?" And he'd be like, "Fuck." But maybe now, yeah.
I wonder if Sly ever watched Batman and Robin and was like, it's kind of like laughing to himself, or
Probably.
Well, what's the
Sly.
story? What's the story with Stop or My Mom Will Shoot? Like
They
it was
Arnold
offered to
tricked
Arnold,
them.
right?
Yeah. When they tricked Sly into it.
Yeah.
I'm still glad he made it though.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's not like if you go in expecting nothing. I think now more you'd like it because of the way it's filmed, like the quality of the film print. You'd probably like that, and you'd probably like to see Estelle Getty again,
Mhm.
especially if it's something you've never seen her in. That's going to be special.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good in that.
I need to pick that up. I don't think I have that one. You ever seen it, Bobby?
Nope.
Well, Jonathan wants to know, will you see the next Matrix movie?
I don't know. I don't really care to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like, just
Yeah, I was looking forward to John Wick next year, but I heard it got pushed back.
yeah, another year.
Yeah.
I mean, what for people out there in the chat? I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, why do you think John Wick 4 has been pushed back another year? Are they trying to squeeze in John Wick 5? Is that why?
I heard he's doing something for Marvel too, isn't he?
I'm not
He's
sure.
doing like a Marvel movie. Oh, he would be cool as the Submariner. Submariner.
Well, speaking of going back to Sly for a minute, somebody asked about Samaritan earlier. Let me see if I can find that question. Yeah, do you think Samaritan will be that new Unbreakable?
No. Already, I don't like it for a lot of reasons, for a lot of different reasons. So I probably won't even watch it. Like, I'm not even going to watch Rocky 4. Fuck it.
The Drago cut.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have it because it's an English pressing. There's no French pressing of it. So they're not allowed to sell it in Quebec. So we're not allowed to have it on stream or anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So fuck them. Fuck them like Rambo 3.
John Wick 4, we get the SGWs mad. Yeah.
I can't wait to see what limb he's going to lose next. He lost a finger, right?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Where do you think the finger's going to show back up?
I'm still going to keep it off.
Yeah.
That'd
He's
be cool.
not. Yeah, he's not Deadpool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, that'd be a fun
the other-
buddy movie.
Did the other guy die? The guy who took the finger, did he die?
I can't remember.
Imagine if he has it like on display, like taxidermy. Yes.
Yeah. John Wick finger. Probably put it like in some kind of time capsule and hit it in the desert.
Yeah. Halle Berry's dog's gonna dig it up. Fuck.
Where the finger goes? Oh,
yeah. Matt wants to know. Well, Flash is asking, do you regret that your home city allowed extreme flops to be filmed? I guess he's. I guess he means extreme ops.
I'm sure.
I've never seen that movie.
Me either.
I guess it got delayed.
Who's that with?
Extreme Ops. Let me see if I can look up some info on that. I've never. Okay, I've heard of the movie, but I've never seen it. Yeah, 2002 sports movie, Extreme Ops. Let's see here. Filming, I'm looking at the locations. Yeah, it was shot in Canada, Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
Montreal.
Nice. So what was the question again? Sorry. Hold on, I gotta pick up the phone. Do you regret that your home city allowed? I don't know. I haven't seen a movie, dude. I haven't seen a movie. But I'll let you know. I'm gonna look that up now.
It gets a 4.4 on IMDb.
That seems like a good Montreal rating. That's what I give Montreal right now. 4.4. We could do better.
I kind of, Jonathan says, I kind of want to see Keanu play the next Wolverine.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
What about you, Bobby?
Haven't seen it. And Wolverine, it'll be good as Wolverine.
I mean, already Keanu's defying age. So why not? I mean, he's 57 going on 27.
Yeah, I hope I look a quarter of that good by that age.
Well, he's Canadian, so what's the secret?
The cold weather keeps you fucking cryo young. Yep. Fucking Mel Gibson style. It's gonna be Demolition Man here soon. Fuck.
Okay, well, Flash also added Driven and Battlefield Earth 3000. Were those shot in Montreal?
I don't know, but that's a good question. Is 3000 the remake?
Let me see if I've never seen Driven with Sly.
Yeah, Driven was filmed here. I remember that, and that was a big letdown. I think that's like one of my most hated Sly movies.
You ever seen Driven, Bobby?
Nope. And not seen it.
It had a really bad lead actor, like really fucking bad, like so bad that I couldn't watch. I couldn't enjoy the movie.
Oh,
Burt Reynolds was cool. Yeah. Gina Gershon was all right, but that fuck, oh my god.
Yeah, that movie had drove past me before I see it. I never stopped.
Scotty.
Oh, beam me up, baby.
Hey, Scotty.
I thought I said hi during my break. I have to go back in 10 minutes. I said, oh, man. But
what time does it get off? We might still be here.
Well, Wild Man Beyond's in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wild Man, if you want to come in, let us know.
And from Mars,
yeah, live broadcast via satellite from Mars. Yeah.
You think this is the real Wild Man Beyond?
Yeah,
it is.
It is. I want 1980s. This is what John. Okay. All right. That was a big yes from Wild Man. So I'm going to get him in here.
Yep.
All right. And Let me work on that real quick. Let me see here. But yeah, what so okay, I didn't know Scotty was working tonight. All right, well, man, about to work you in here.
Guys, I'll be right back.
No problem.
I'll be right
Alrighty.
back.
All right, Wild Man, if you're still in the chat, I sent a link your way. Yeah, well, Christmas Eve, I have a party going on tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do any stream or hang out then, which is why I'm doing it tonight here. And then Christmas Day, I'll be with the family, and then I have to go back to work on Sunday. Sean Little, what's up, Sean?
Listen, yeah, hello, son.
But yeah, well, man, I sent you an invite on Messenger.
Yeah, ready to pick up that and said, "Hi guys, I'm in."
Yeah. Hopefully he'll get it. But yeah, and I kind of started a little bit late tonight, but it's all good. So, have you seen anything lately, Bobby? Anything new or?
All the Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, the new one or?
Yep, the new one. Yeah, I mean
Homecoming.
The No Way Home.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wild Man Beyond's here. Hey.
Yeah, great salutations. Merry Christmas.
Hey, one.
Salutations. How are you guys?
Marvelous.
Doing good. Good for you to drop in, man.
Thank you. I'm glad to drop in. When I saw you were on, I said I gotta get on this.
Yeah. I didn't know he was going to show up tonight because I know we're 2 days before Christmas, and I'm like, I don't know who's out of town or who's with family, and I was like, but Matt was able to jump in here and Bobby, and so.
Hello, Bob. Bob, how are you?
I'm marvelous.
Yeah, I talked to you before. You were on here the last time I was on.
Yeah.
I was I'm right now also watching all day I was watching the first two Home Alone movies. I'm finishing up the second one right now.
Great movies.
Absolutely. Yeah. And don't get me started with that new one that came out. Of course, I stole my fucking title with that.
Yeah, Home Sweet Home Alone.
Home Sweet Home Alone, yes.
Yeah, the movie sucked.
Home Not So Sweet. Sour. Home Sour Home Alone.
Yeah, it made me sour and fucking sucked ass.
Once again, I don't mind Home Alone 3. At least Home Alone 3 is better than those other ones. At least they tried something different, of course.
Real quick, Scotty says, if you're not streaming by the time I get off, have a good night and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Scotty, and Merry Christmas, Matt.
Merry Christmas, Scotty. Beam up anytime.
Sean was asking, what are your views on Ghostbusters Afterlife?
I like it.
Okay, honestly, because the Ghostbusters, me with Ghostbusters, it's like my Star Wars. First off, I thought Jason Reitman did an excellent job. He really brought the franchise back to his roots. Because he was like a fan. He grew up with it. Because like same thing with Cobra Kai. The three guys, they grew up with it, and they did a good job. And Jason Reitman, he did the same thing, but I felt there was some stuff in there that didn't feel right to put in for a Ghostbusters movie. I understand he was very excited and very frantic to be part of it, but I think he injected some stuff in there that really didn't belong. I just felt he needed to pull while he was injecting what his two cents, and I just felt like he injected too much. He injected too much in there. I just felt he needed to pull back a little bit, but it was still enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind the lead girl.
Oh, she did a great job. She really, she's going to be the next best thing. Yeah, McKenna Gray. She did a great. A lot of people said she looked like a female version of Harold Ramis. She did a good job.
I don't know about the other characters though. I mean, it's cool to see like the original cast for a little bit, but
that really saved the movie when they showed up. It would have been awesome if they came in like around the mid time of the climax to help them out, because that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, and I mean, will I pick it up when it comes out? Maybe. I mean, but I did like the movie. I mean, even though, like you said, there's still flaws that you can find with the movie and the direction, and what have you, but I still liked it.
And the way it ended, how it shows New York, and how you hear the siren, and you hear Hudson, Winston. He's a successful billionaire, and he decides to reopen the firehouse. They're going to go with the whole global franchise story route, which I can't wait for, because that's kind of like a real thing when it comes to the fans.
Yeah, but I wonder, like with the original cast, if how many more can you get these guys? I mean, these guys are in their 70s now, so
I think that's why they want to do the series, because Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson and Bill Murray, they're no stranger when it comes to the whole franchise chapter that's going around with the fans. They go and visit. They visit even Ernie Hudson invited some of them to his house and everything. So they are part of that fan chapter, the franchise chapter that's going on. So even Dan Aykroyd, I heard he helped write one of the fan films that on YouTube I saw for one of the chapters.
huh.
Even Ernie Hudson, he lended his voice for one of the fan films. There's a message on answering machine. It said, "Hi, Winston Zeb."
You there, Wild Man? I think we lost him.
Yeah, I think. Yep, you froze.
The Mars transmission kind of gave out.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. We lost you for a second.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're going to go the Cobra Kai route. They're going to the rest of the stories are going to be a streaming series, and sometimes they're going to have movies. You could tell they're kind of taking the Marvel route. How Marvel have continuations with like TV shows and then on to movies. Even just like Marvel, even Ghostbusters, they have like their own production company. A Ghost Corps. In the beginning of the logo.
Yeah.
So I they're going to go that route with that. Even I even went to Dan Aykroyd's IMDb page and it showed that series is kind of in the works. It's kind of in limbo right now.
Okay. Wow.
But if he does, I would love to be a part of it. I even have an idea for an episode. I think the thing is he's going to focus on different franchise chapters around the world. But I think the first one is going to.
Still there, Wild Man? Wild Man, you there?
Sorry, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm still here. You hear me?
Yeah, I don't know if you're.
Oh, hello, good friend.
Greetings, salutations, old friend. How are you?
I missed you. I missed all of you.
Miss you too. It's good to be back. Oh, yeah. I was saying, if they do this Ghostbusters streaming show like with Cobra Kai, I think it's going to focus. It should focus on a different one chapter per season. The franchise chapter of different chapters around the world. And I think the first season should focus on Chicago, because a lot of the comedians who started out on Saturday Night Live, they were from Chicago. Bill Murray, John Candy and Harold, of course, Harold Ramis. He's from Chicago. They started out in Second City TV. That was like the Chicago version of Saturday Night Live. So that was because so they have that Chicago sense of humor, despite the fact that Saturday Night Live was in New York. The same thing with Ghostbusters, but the original location for the movie was supposed to be Chicago. So I'd love to see that for the first season if they do that.
Chicago, man, my heart goes out to Chicago this week. Billy Corgan Sr. died this week.
Oh,
Well, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, but Chicago is, like I said, I worked as an extra for Chicago Fire and those other shows, and like I mentioned, Chicago is getting a huge reputation when it comes to production down here. It's finally getting the rep it deserves when it comes to that stuff. So they filmed a lot of classic movies in Chicago, especially the Blues Brothers, going back to the comedians of Saturday Night Live.
That's cool.
And of course, don't forget Chuck Norris. He did a movie there. Of course, it's Code of Silence. Steven Seagal. His first movie was Above the Law. That was shot there. And of course, The Fugitive, which were both directed by Andrew Davis. The Fugitive and Above the Law. And Schwarzenegger, he did Red Heat and Raw Deal in Chicago.
Wow.
He did those two movies in Chicago. And Jim Belushi. Yep. And of course he did all the John Hughes movies here. Speaking of Home Alone, those movies were shot in Chicago.
Planes and Trains, right? Or parts of it.
Red Heat has a bus to Montreal in the finale.
Yep. So speaking of Jim Belushi, I would love to see him as a Ghostbuster, and I would love to see him as one of the Windy City Ghostbusters. That's the nickname for the Chicago chapter of Ghostbusters, because people say he kind of has that Chicago type of humor, than his brother.
Well, they should do a
part of that chapter.
Imagine if they did a comic book between like then and now, and you could have like John Candy in there and fucking Jim Belushi, and imagine if they did something like that.
That'd be like
you mean John Belushi?
Yeah.
I kind of believe what they did with Harold Ramis at the end of that movie. They're going to do with John Belushi. I know Slimer was supposed to something like that, but I have a feeling they might do something like that with John Belushi. But speaking of that scene, I thought that was very sweet what they did, but I felt like it needed some humor. The way it ended, it just ended like. I understand it was a tribute to him. No, don't get me wrong. It was a very sweet tribute, but I felt like right after that, you got the sweet moves, and then you kind of go back to a little bit of humor, and it kind of like wrap it up like that, because that's what you expect from a Ghostbusters movie. Kind of like it's funny because Marvel movies are kind of like that. There's some serious stuff happens, and then it goes to comedy. Before I went to go see Afterlife, I expected a scene like that, but it didn't happen. So it's kind of funny, but it was still a sweet tribute to him.
You know what I would like if they maybe in the next one, if you found out like that house, that farm was Ray's old family farm that they sold.
Huh.
Egon bought it back.
Here's the thing. Like I said, it's going back to the flaws. I enjoyed the movie, but I could not buy Egon being what he became. It just didn't fit. It fit well with Venkman, but it did. Here's what they should have done, and they should did it very simple. Okay, they all went out of business right after Ghostbusters 2, or right after the video game. They all went their separate ways. They all moved on with their lives. Egon had a daughter after the events, but instead of Egon leaving her, it was the daughter who left because she felt being pressured by her father, because he wanted her to get into science, and she was like one of those rebellious girls, because if you watch the movie, she kind of had a very rebellious attitude. So she was like, he was pressuring her into being like him, being into science. She's like, no, I don't want this. I'm not like you. And she leaves, and she goes have her own kids. And then years later, he's trying to reconcile with her. And she was thinking about it. Then Egon ends up dying because he was working on this trap, and she hears about it. And the kids her and her family go down there, and the story takes place for there. That would have been 10 times much better than what we got.
It makes more sense though too.
Absolutely, it's simple. I just should. No, once again, no offense to Jason Reitman. He did a great job. I can see his passion with it. He grew up with it, just like the guys with Cobra Kai. But I just felt he injected too much. He should have pulled back on it.
Yeah. And not play it safe.
Right.
Johnny wants us to rank these 3 actors: Jet Li, Jackie Chan, and Chow Yun-fat.
Number one with me, I have to go with Jet Li because
before
Jet Li, Jackie Chan was known as the fastest guy, but when Jet Li came on the scene, he really nailed Jackie with that one. So number 2 will be Jackie Chan, and number 3 will definitely be Chow Yun-fat.
Yeah, that's my order too. Lethal Weapon, Rumble in the Bronx, and fucking Replacement Killers.
No, you know what? But when it comes to Chow Yun-fat, he's mostly known for Hard Boiled. That was kind of like Die Hard at a hospital.
I've never seen that movie.
You never seen Hard Boiled? Really?
I've never seen it. I want to get it on Oculus.
It's a John Woo classic, man. Really? And of course, they did a sequel to that, but it was a video game called Stranglehold. I have that game.
Yeah.
Because John Woo realized that Max Payne was inspired by his movies, and he was very flattered by that. He's like, you know what? I'm going to give back. So he made a video game, which was Stranglehold.
What about you, Bobby?
I saw footage from that.
Well, for me, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and then Chow Yun.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. You know what I like to see in the Ghostbusters Afterlife? Like a poster of Ghostbusters 2016, and one of the lasers hit the poster. And
But speaking of that, did you hear the bullshit that Paul Feig just said about the movie not included in the collection? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Fucking pussy, man. Get a fucking life.
Yeah, Paul Feig is upset that his reboot wasn't part of the new collection pack.
Wow.
It was in the comics. In the comics, they all connect together, all of them.
Or kind of like the Marvel multiverse. You know what?
Yeah.
I will say,
and then it connects also with the X-Files.
That would be cool if they get Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny as one of the Ghostbusters because that'll be hilarious. Because if you look at it, Ghostbusters kind of inspired the X-Files. If you look at it,
or like an Evolution Ghostbusters crossover.
I like that. That'll be cool too. Yeah, you know what? That's what they should do. You know, have the characters from Evolution getting mixed up instead of this investigating aliens, they're investigating like ghosts, and you have David Duchovny's character come in, he joins up, and have Gillian Anderson play a character.
Here's a question: if they made Ghostbusters 3 in the early '90s, like who would you have be like a rival Ghostbusters team? Who would you cast?
You know, in the early 90s, of course, around the Saturday Night Live, you had, I think it was Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, and of course the late great Chris Farley.
Eddie Murphy.
Because Harold Ramis had an idea in the 90s to have, I think, Chris Rock, Chris Farley, and Adam Sandler as the new members.
I would choose Eddie Murphy, Patrick Swayze, and
fucking Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze would be fucking awesome.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Do a ghost crossover where he comes back.
I don't know how you could do that.
And they fight Freddy Krueger and shit.
You know, of course, speaking of that, you remember that fan film, Freddie versus Ghostbusters, I told you about?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Like I said, that was like the groundbreaker of fan films because, like I said, when it came to fan films, it was all about Star Wars fans. And then this came out and it showed that you can do more with fan films instead of just Star Wars. And then it went, and that's when fan films took off after that.
Yeah, it was one of the first fan films, wasn't it? First YouTube fan films.
Yeah. Because before all that, when it came to fan films, it was all about Star Wars. But then that came along and it changed everything.
What are your favorite Home Alone traps?
Oh man, those
anything where Joe Pesci says "frickin' second frickin'."
You know, I have to say, you know, I have to go with the paint cans. I have to go with that because that beats them all. I have to go with
Fucking
that.
decapitate someone with one of those.
I like the blowtorch to the head.
Yeah, blowtorch. Yeah,
That's how he screamed. I remember.
yeah, being electrocuted.
You know, it's fun. I watched some videos of you know, those videos about how experts talk about how this wouldn't happen in real life. They had all these doctors talking about the injuries of those two guys in the Home Alone movies, and they talked about how that is absolutely impossible that they can survive something like that. It's a movie. What do you expect?
Yeah,
Kevin grows up to become a serial killer.
I understand your point, but still, it's a movie.
That would make an awesome sequel, like an R-rated sequel, or like Culkin's. He goes after fucking home invaders and sets up traps in people's houses to catch home invaders, like a security company.
You know, because you know his character in Home Sweet Home Alone was was involved with security. That was that's kind of like gave me my idea for my Home Alone movie. You know, where you got Macaulay Culkin, he's all grown up, and then he meets an old childhood friend she has her own daughter, and he decides to babysit her, and all these other robbers come to the house, and him and the little girl team up to fight him off.
I wonder though, would Marvin Harry at this point, like, would they be out of jail or would they be dead from all the injuries?
You know what? This is interesting because I thought about this when
They come back again.
Yeah.
I was thinking while I was watching the movie today, this is part of my idea for the Home Alone sequel. Like maybe like Joe Pesci, Harry, he is the public sees that he's like is like he's reformed, and he kind of becomes the mayor of the city, and
like
he's
household Cobblepot.
Yeah, something like that, and he's involved with the robberies around.
Yeah, he has the key to the city. And he's wiping everybody at like fucking casino, fucking destroying everything. And him and Marv have a rivalry. He's always like, "You're only out here because of me," and they fucking fight.
And Kevin should invite Alex, that kid from Home Alone 3, to join his.
Yeah,
that'll be awesome. What the hell happened to him? That would be cool if they bring him back. What happened to him?
Like Culkin just goes around recruiting them for his security company.
We're just
Home Alone. His company is called Home Alone. So like even if you're not Home Alone, the burglars are gonna fucking get it. It's all on camera.
We're just waiting for Doctor Strange to open up the Home Alone multiverse and get the kid from Home Alone 3 in there.
Buzz went to jail, eh?
I thought Buzz was a cop in the new movie.
He went to jail today.
Yeah, he's been arrested for domestic assault.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, Buzz, come on, man.
There goes your comeback, Buzz.
Jeez. You know, he was actually in one of those Chicago shows I was an extra in. It was Chicago PD.
Yeah, apparently there was some altercation between him and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was giving away free autographs to fans because it was at a convention.
Okay.
And at some point, he put her hands around her neck.
Oh, jeez, man.
Buzz,
Come
Buzz.
on.
Why, Buzz? Why? She's helping you.
Man.
She's only doing what's best for you. You're not going to do it. You had to wait this fucking long to get the sequel. 5 sequels later? Fuck.
So
and how come it wasn't your movie, dude? How come you weren't headline? How come Buzz wasn't Home Alone? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Buzz, Home Alone, on Christmas.
It would have been awesome if they did a spinoff, Home Alone spinoff with Buzz.
They're not going to do it now. It's not going to happen now.
To infinity and beyond.
It's just a matter of time that Disney Plus is going to edit out Buzz's part in the Home Sweet Home Alone.
We already got Buzz Lightyear here. We already got Buzz in our Buzz Lightyear.
The buzz cut. The buzz cut. The blue buzz cut.
Buzz has been cut from the movie.
Oh, poor Buzz. Come on, man.
Now it's even shittier than you remember. Ted Sutton does the trailer.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was a blue Christmas.
For Buzz. Sean's asking, would you agree that there was way too many callbacks and nostalgia in the new Ghostbusters?
I will
Yeah.
say, but they did it. They still did a good job with that. It's like I said, they're trying to copy off the success of Cobra Kai. I will say, it partly Ghostbusters Afterlife is the Cobra Kai of this franchise, but I felt like it's okay to do that, but just don't do it because Cobra Kai is a big thing. I know you're trying to copy off of that, but like I said, don't backfire it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm reserving opinion. I want to see fucking Spider-Man. Was it good?
Oh my god. You have no fucking idea. This, in my opinion, some people will call me crazy, but you know what? This is the greatest Spider-Man movie ever made.
I think it works on every fucking level.
It does.
Every fucking level.
You have no fucking idea. Go see it for yourself.
They're always 10 steps ahead. You know that they're already working on 10 films down the fucking line. Like, you already know that the twists that are coming. Like, I know fucking Marvel just pumps it out and it's generic now. It's lost its je ne sais quoi, but like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline, sometimes, man, I get wrapped up. I watch that Emergency Awesome guy, and sometimes I just get fucking wrapped up in it. Like, my brain, it's like Looper, turns my brain to mush.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, despite you guys haven't seen the new Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I have.
I have.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it.
Me too.
I want to get more like in depth on it in a video soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's parts that I didn't like about it.
Right.
But,
yeah, I thought there were a little bit of plot holes, but not as much as with Afterlife. But I thought it was very well done. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I prefer this than Into the Spider-Verse. I really liked Into the Spider-Verse. They did a good job with that. But
well, they're doing another Spider-Verse, and then they're doing a Miles Morales movie.
I know,
live action.
Yep, I know. But when it comes to the Spider-Verse, this movie was the true Spider-Verse for me.
Yeah, it looks fucking cool. I gotta say that.
And I've heard that Andrew Garfield, when he stole the show in this, and because of that, there already talks about doing a third movie with him.
Yeah, it was kind of redemption for him,
And him and Tobey Maguire. I thought Tobey Maguire did good too.
Jonathan Mills says Blade and Blade 2 are better than the Black Panther.
Yeah, I love Blade. I love all the Blades, even the third one that was filmed in Montreal.
I'll watch Blade any day than Black Panther. Black Panther is so fucking overrated.
It gets a 3 rating from me, but it's good.
Wesley Snipes should have been Blade, because I heard there were talks in the 90s they were doing a Black Panther movie with Wesley Snipes in mind. They should have got him for it.
I heard he's working on a new Blade, like a Blade. It's something to do with Blade. It's a whole documentary he's working on, or he's working on some kind of Blade comeback for. I don't think it's for Marvel. I think it's like independent. Yeah, so I'm wondering what they're gonna do.
You know what? That's just what he needs right now.
Yeah. Johnny says, "There goes Buzz's career down infinity and beyond the toilet."
Into the sewers it goes.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
But John, what did you think of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming back for this one?
It was cool to see him back. I mean, and not, kind of like what Sean Little says here. I'm not going to spoil too much, but I mean, for what they had, I liked what, it was cool for them to show up in the film, and I would like to have seen more, but it was still good.
Yeah, I thought it really, I heard a lot of people say, and I agree, that Tom Holland shined more in this one than the other two movies, because this was part of his character arc to be the Spider-Man we expect him to be.
You know what I want to see in the next one? I want to see him like swinging through the city at night, or just leisurely swinging through the city, because he's got no more home life left, and like have him just thinking about times with Aunt May that we've never seen before. You know, like little things.
Oh, Blast
That'd be
Radius.
cool.
Blast Radius says not a big fan of Miles Morales.
I'm gonna be honest. I never cared too much about Miles Morales either. It'll be interesting to get into his story, but when I think of Spider-Man, automatically I think of Peter Parker. That's it. That's all I think about. But I'll give Miles Morales a chance, but I'm not super crazy about him like everybody else is. When it comes to Spider-Man, it'll always be Peter Parker.
Wouldn't it be cool if one of the fucking alternate universes opened up and a fucking human spider came in?
Oh my god! You mean the man spider they had on the cartoon show?
Get Sam Raimi to do that one, all practical.
You know who they should have gotten?
Bruce Campbell as Mysterio again, and
oh man, that would be. You know who they should have gotten for this movie? They should have gotten Nicholas Hammond. That would have been awesome.
Who was he?
He was the Spider-Man in the live action show back in the 70s.
I heard he was sad that they didn't ask him. And
it would have been awesome because you got Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and him. It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Someone's got to throw some money at him and just be like, "Let's do it."
To me, he was to Spider-Man what Adam West was to Batman. He wasn't perfect, but he led the way for the other live action guys in those characters.
Well, Johnny's asking which was better. Was it Ghostbusters Afterlife or No Way Home?
No Way Home.
I have to say, despite that I love Ghostbusters, I have to go with Spider-Man because it gave to me what I thought I was going to get with Afterlife. Afterlife was still enjoyable, but this 100% got what I expected it, why I wanted, and it did a great job.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to see an off-story film of Spider-Man of Dr. Octopus fighting Green Goblin.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I heard Alfred Molina gets redeemed in this one, so I like that it's like pure. Like I'd like to see more of him, you know.
And I will say you get a tiny bit of that. Like I mean, kind of what Bobby said just now. You see a little bit of Doc Ock trying to stop a certain somebody.
I am really hoping they do a Maximum Carnage movie with Spider-Man versus Venom and Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you cast? Okay, Johnny's asking who would they cast to play Spider-Man 2099?
You know what? I heard people mention this guy. I think he's perfect for this because I've watched him recently, and he's got the talent, he's got the charisma, he's very physical. I have to say, Tanner Buchanan from Cobra Kai, who plays Robbie, he would nail that version of Spider-Man to the bone. I mean, I've been watching him on Cobra Kai. He's a trained dancer. He's very skilled. He does martial arts. He's very buff, very athletic. He's got the talent. He's got a very cool edge to him. It's like this kid he's going to be the next Tom Cruise, no doubt. And I think Spider-Man would be perfect for him. He said he wants to be Robin, but you know what? Spider-Man, that's perfect for him.
That would be amazing. I would like to see like a Scott Eastwood.
I see him as Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
sorry about that.
But by the way, speaking of Cobra Kai and Marvel, of course, the kid who plays Miguel, he was cast as the Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah.
About that.
You know, going back to Ghostbusters, like I said, if they're gonna do a season, if they're gonna do this Ghostbusters series and they're gonna focus on the chapter of Mexican Ghostbusters, I can see him in there along with Cheech and Chong and Danny Trejo.
What a team!
Absolutely.
Banderas.
Because there is a Hispanic chapter of Ghostbusters in Mexico. There is a
wow. I like that there's chapters. They should just do a chapter movie, like where everyone gets together.
Did you know there is a documentary called Ghost Heads? Did you hear about that?
That was amazing. The wedding.
You know who has to be a Ghostbuster, right? LDP.
George St. Pierre too would be a great Ghostbuster.
Oh yeah, but have any of you seen the Ghost Heads documentary?
Yeah. That wedding at the end of the movie made me cry.
You got to check it out because it
So good.
totally represents the fans. Even the cast that interviews, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, and even Harold Ramis's daughter was on there. She talked about him a bit. I listened to her audiobook, my the Ghostbusters daughter. It was very, very sweet and sad and funny. But she was on there. She talked about her father. It was very sweet.
That's cool. I have to get a watch. Blast says Miles Morales is a version of Spider-Man, but not the true Spider-Man. That would be Peter Parker. I'm not a fan of all these different versions.
See, that's the thing. Despite how I enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse and it showed different Spider-Men, people still prefer Into the Spider-Verse than No Way Home because it has more popularity, it has more critical acclaim. That's cool, but still, the reason why I prefer Spider-Man No Way Home is because when you think of Spider-Man, you don't think about these other people. You think of Peter Parker, which is why I prefer No Way Home. I love Spider-Verse. I'm looking forward to the sequel to that. But to me, Spider-Man will always be Peter Parker.
Yeah. Remember, you know what I want to see in the beginning of a Spider-Man movie? You remember, like in the 80s Saturday morning cartoons, when they had Marvel shows, they would have that silver Spider-Man logo.
Yes.
Remember that?
I do. I watched them. I remember having on videotape. I do. You know, it's funny because
I miss that.
Can you remember Spider-Man and his amazing friends?
Yeah.
There were 3 of them. Can you imagine if someone on YouTube edited the movie and said Spider-Man and his amazing friends, which was himself? Because there were 3 of them.
I think they're on Disney. I'm pretty sure and Spider-Woman's on Disney too.
I heard that Olivia Wilde wants to do and direct a Spider-Woman movie.
How was she in Ghostbusters?
She was great. You know what? I honestly prefer the actress who was the original Gozer was good, but she took Gozer to a whole nother level, man. I prefer her Gozer than that. She because of her, she made Gozer a fucking wet dream.
Are you a god, wild man?
Yes, I am.
You say yes.
When it comes to her, yes, I am. Yeah, she really because think about it, when you thought of the Gozer in the first movie, yeah, she was attractive, but you didn't want to get laid with her, really. Yeah, she was attractive, but she wasn't. But Olivia Wilde,
she was a gymnast, a real gymnast.
Oh yeah, also, but Olivia Wilde,
sometimes the cons outweigh the pros, or the whatever they say.
but Olivia Wilde, she changed all that for sure.
So you want to hook up with Gozer?
Excuse me.
So you want to hook up with Gozer? Is that it?
Her version of Gozer for sure.
So does that mean that Dana and Lewis had sex? Because I always got the impression that they had sex in the first movie. Of course
they had sex because it's right there. We can think about it. He's the key master. She's the gatekeeper. Think about that. Think about that. Key, the hole. Think about it.
Level unlocked.
Exactly.
God mode. I'll be right back again, guys. Sorry. I'll be right back.
You've unlocked the Weaver Beaver. Sam Raimi should have directed the Ghostbusters movie since he's very good at horror comedy. That's right up his alley.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. You know what? Get Bruce Campbell as a Ghostbuster if you want to turn this movie into a series. Get Bruce Campbell. You know what? I could have him come back as Ash. I would love to see a Ghostbusters Evil Dead crossover. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember Dan Aykroyd even said, if we can't get Bill Murray, we'll get the poor Bill Murray. Bruce Campbell, why not? I could see him as a Ghostbuster. Why not?
That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
It would be fun to see if later on the 2007 Venom comes in and 2018 Venom goes the 2017 Venom is like, who are you? Start roasting the Spider-Man 3 Venom and then start roasting you.
Yeah. Sean says, since we're talking about Spider-Man and Ghostbusters, how awesome would it be if a crew of the Ghostbusters and Spider-Man fight against spirits and corruption of crimes, New York City?
I don't. That kind of bizarre to me. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
You know what? But you know what? Who should team up with Ghostbusters? Definitely either Team Ninja Turtles or Men in Black.
Yeah. I think Ninja Turtles would be cool.
Absolutely, because like I said, a lot of people had said that there were similarities with the four characters for years, because there were four of them, and you had one who was a brain, one who was a smart ass, one who was overly enthusiastic, and you had one who was like the everyman, the normal guy.
Why not do an animated movie?
Absolutely, because I'm sure they can do that. They can do that, but have it in the universe where with the 90s turtle live action Turtles movie. You can bring Judith Hogue back. You can bring Elias Costees back as Casey. You can bring back the three main Ghostbusters. You can get maybe a voice actor for Harold Ramis. You can still do that. You can bring back the original voice of the Turtles. It'll be great. It's perfect. Why not?
There you go, Hollywood. There's an idea for you.
Absolutely. Stop being fucking lazy.
Yep.
Johnny's like, too bad Toby didn't do the emo dance and No Way Home.
Oh, thank God he did not. He totally redeemed himself with that shit for sure.
Yeah, no way. I'm doing that.
I like how Into the Spider-Verse they kind of made fun with that. You remember that scene? They made fun of that.
I haven't seen that. I got the Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it.
It was really good. It was really good. Like I said, I prefer No Way Home when it comes to the multiverse, but this was really well made. I really got a kick out of Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man Noir. I really got a kick out of that one. His version of Spider-Man, I really got a kick out of that one. I would love to see a spinoff with his Spider-Man.
Jonathan Mills talking about Enter the Matrix.
I did. I just saw that on HBO Max. I thought it was very decent. I thought it was really decent.
I mean, the game. Can you see the comment on the?
That is a great game, but I prefer Path of Neo because you're actually playing Neo in the game. Because that was one of the flaws of the original game. Because we want to play Neo. What happened with Neo? And that's why they did the Path of Neo, because they wanted to fix that up.
But you say you saw Resurrections?
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent. I thought it was okay. It was a time waste. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good as the originals, but I will say it was a good improvement over the sequels, because I didn't like the sequels that much. But yeah, they did a pretty decent job. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, perhaps I'll watch it before the end of the year, but
well, you can.
See what
it is available on HBO Max, so you don't have to go to the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it on there. It was decent. It wasn't bad.
Is there anything you want to give away, or do you want to just?
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for you guys to watch it, and you tell me afterwards.
Is it kind of like what we said before, what we expected? I mean, like, or kind of suspecting.
I will say it was kind of a mixed bag, but it wasn't. I didn't see any wokeness in it.
Okay.
Because that's what people complained about what I heard already. People are saying it sucks that it's some wokeness. I didn't really see that much wokeness in it.
Oh. Yeah,
but it was decent. It was very well done, in my opinion.
Sean's asking, can we agree that they should bring back the Spectacular Spider-Man series and finish it off?
I never got into that. I remember watching a few episodes, but I never got into that much. But you know what? I heard they're going to bring back the animated series that Neil Patrick Harris voiced as Spider-Man. Of course, speaking of him, he's in the new Matrix.
Yeah, Doogie.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, I've never seen the Spectacular Spider-Man show.
Did you see the one that MTV made with what I mentioned with Neil Patrick Harris's voice as Spider-Man?
I just remember, like, maybe I saw a preview or two, but I never watched the series. What about you, Bobby?
Yeah, I seen it when it comes on the Saturday morning cartoon. Seen on it.
Of course, the best Spider-Man animated version was the 90s, especially the 60s version. I love the 80s version as well.
Yeah, the 90s cartoons are really good.
Did you know there was an 80s cartoon version of the Hulk?
Didn't know that.
There was. That's what introduced me to the Hulk in the first place. And you know, he was scarier than he was in the live action in these movies. I remember he scared the shit out of me back then in those commercials. I mean, in those cartoons in the 80s. When he was transforming, it scared the shit out of me.
Blast as a Ghostbusters Poltergeist crossover would be cool.
Oh man, that because didn't I think that was the point of the first movie. They were making fun of all these movies about possession, like The Exorcist. You know, when she was hanging up on the bed, and of course with Poltergeist, they were kind of making fun of that genre with the first movie.
Yeah.
I can imagine the big monster face coming out of the closet, and they're like, "No, shoot the lasers and into the trap."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if the Ghostbusters showed up in the Poltergeist. But
it's funny. It's so interesting, cool that we have a Ghostbusters movie coming out now, especially around now with it came around Thanksgiving and now down to Christmas, because I could watch that episode of the cartoon. There was a Christmas episode where the story of the Christmas Carol was real, and they trapped the ghost of Christmas past and they have to go back and fix it.
yeah.
And of course with Ghostbusters 2, that's a New Year's movie. They keep saying it's a Christmas. Christmas is not mentioned much. Yeah, you see them with the Santa hats, but that was brief. It was all about New Year's. It's a New Year's movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only New Year's movie we've got. I mean, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. That's the only Thanksgiving movie that's well known. Of course, we got a lot of Christmas movies, but Ghostbusters 2. It's one of the reasons why I find it so underrated, because it's like the first movie that truly represents New Year's. The New Year's.
Going higher and higher.
You got that right. And of course, speaking of New Year's Eve, of course, we got the season 4 of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking great. Did you see the latest clips, the new clips of it?
Yeah, I know you sent me clips, and I've seen clips.
Oh, it's going to be great. Terry Silver, he is going to be the Thanos of this whole thing.
He's just snapping.
Absolutely.
The silver snap, that's what he's going to call it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man can't stand. He can't fight.
But they've already filmed season 5, right?
Yeah, season 5.
The silver sweep.
They took care. They just finished wrapping up season 5, and I heard that maybe season 6 will be the final episode, or maybe they'll do one more after that, and they'll be done. And I heard that they might do a few movies after that as well.
Interesting.
Hopefully we'll get Hilary Swank on this season or next season. Hopefully.
That'd be cool.
You know she's going to be in it.
Yeah. And Michael Ironside.
Oh, yes. It's, of course, Mike Barnes, for sure.
Jonathan's asking, have you seen Chronicles of Narnia movies?
Nope.
I need to go back and watch those movies. Those movies are kind of interesting to me. I need to go back and watch them.
Isn't Fabio doing those?
He did. He did commentary on that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've never seen those movies.
I want to go back and watch them, because I remember Liam Neeson was the voice of the lion.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids were stuck there for so many years. When they got older, when they jumped back into the closet, they were all young again.
I wanted to say I remember some kind of older version.
That's the thing that I think I remember a very older version of that story that was made back for British TV. I think it was.
Yeah, like maybe back in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, that's when I saw that. When I first saw it promoted, I was like, "This looks so familiar."
Sean's asking, has anybody ever seen Forged in Fire?
Never heard of it.
Nope.
But I'll probably go on for another 20 more minutes here, because I'm getting tired.
I want to check out that new Christmas movie, 8-Bit Christmas, because because it's kind of like it's speaking of nostalgic. Speaking of the '80s nostalgia, it kind of goes back to the Christmas in the '80s where they want that Nintendo. It kind of reminded me of A Christmas Story.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Is that on HBO Max?
I think it's on Netflix. I don't know. I think I'm not sure. Maybe it's on Netflix or HBO Max. I'm not really sure, but that's very relatable to me because I remember my days back in the '80s. So why not? You know, and of course, the head toy is a Nintendo. You got my money.
Okay. Matt had to leave for a second because I guess the weather killed his battery.
Oh, okay.
I can imagine what it's the temperature up there, but he'll be back in a second.
Yeah, there hasn't been snow here in Indianapolis yet.
Well, I'm luckily I'm living on Mars because I don't have to worry about fucking snow. It's all red sand. It's warm.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna probably go on for another 20 minutes here because, I've been doing some last minute shopping and all that, and I'm now just kind of it's catching up to me, and so hopefully, I mean, I'll wait for Matt to get back in, and I'll go for a little bit longer. And
let me ask you this question because we talked about underrated sequels like Predator 2 and Ghostbusters 2. I'm not sure if this is in the category. I think it's mixed. Do you think Home Alone 2 is underrated, or do you think it's better than the original? Because people are saying back and forth about on that.
I do think it's underrated. I mean, well, would you say it's on par with the first movie?
I think it's on par, but some say it's underrated. But I thought it lived up more than the original. The original is a classic. Don't get me wrong, but I thought it was equal to that. I know a lot of people loved it. A lot of people say it was proud with the original, but I'm noticing I'm not sure, but I'm noticing some people say it's an underrated sequel. Like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's underrated, maybe a little bit, but I mean,
because the first one is more celebrated than the sequel because it's a classic. You can see it's the first one is more celebrated now, nostalgia wise.
Yeah, because the second one, I mean, while it's still a great movie, but at the same time, it does repeat certain beats of the first movie. But I still enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what you expect from it. That's what you usually expect from a sequel.
But to answer this question, yes, I got a picture of Richard Dean Anderson a couple of years ago. I felt bad for him a little bit because, I mean, the wait was like an hour, and the guy was, like trying to get through everybody, and he was profusing like sweat. And before he took the picture with me, he had to like kind of take a towel and rub himself because he was just sweating so bad. I'm just assuming he has maybe some back issues going on.
I saw a recent video of him. He looks pretty. He seems okay now.
Yeah, I mean, I know that comes with age and all that, but
Did you hear they're doing a MacGruber series?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Oh, jeez.
That will, yeah.
That's gonna fail. That's gonna fail just like that reboot they did.
I hate MacGruber. Jonathan's asking, what is the worst Terminator movie for you and for Bob and Wildman?
I have to go with I have to go with both Dark Fate and Genesis, both of them.
Yeah, same here. But Dark Genesis Fate is the word. Both
yeah.
two.
They blend together, right?
Yeah.
It was woke fake. That's what it was.
See, Blast wrote this. Can you see the comment? I never seen the Real Ghostbusters.
That is my favorite cartoon of all time, and yeah, the first two seasons were great. the third season that it's you could tell that was like early wokeness because they were trying to change some shit. It got so fucking silly, gee. But the first two were great, and the Boogeyman. You know, I heard for the next sequel after Afterlife they want to bring back Vigo. Come on.
Yeah.
Give us the Boogeyman. Give us Sam Hung. That's who we want to see next. Get the Grundle. That's who I get the Grundle because the Grundle he's like this parasite who makes children bad. I like that because it kind of goes with that mythology of what makes a kid go bad.
Mhm.
I want to see that. Bring the Grundle in. Get the Boogeyman. Get Sam Hung. That's who I want to see. Please don't enough. You brought us back Gozer. Come on, don't give us Vigo again. Give us something different, please.
Yeah, copy from the take a note from the cartoon.
Now, let me tell you, the cartoon has so much iconic villains in the movies. Because think about it, we only had 2 movies. Because after the first movie came out, you had the cartoon. And think about this. I believe that if it wasn't for the cartoon, Ghostbusters wouldn't be iconic as it is. Yeah, we had the movie, but still, think about it. After the first movie, it was all about the cartoon. The cartoon went around for several years in the movies. It was only one movie. Then we got Ghostbusters 2 after that. Think about that.
Yeah.
And now the cartoon is kind of forgotten. But back then the cartoon was iconic than the movie. The cartoon overshadowed the movie because when you went to get the toys and watch the cartoon, and when the movie came on, people saw it as like this is a live version of the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. I still have to watch it.
Oh, you're gonna love it. It's really good. It really and all this complaining about how the first 2 movies didn't expand more into the characters. You know what this does? This did it first. It really did. It really expanded the characters and go deep into their personalities and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Sean's asking, would you agree instead of making Indiana Jones 5, they should make a cartoon series?
Yep.
I heard they're going to do that.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. I'm not really sure, but I heard they got canceled. Maybe that it might happen. Maybe.
You know why, right? Because Harrison Ford's white.
Harrison Ford's what?
He's white. He's a white old male.
He's a white old grumpy wheat pothead for sure.
He's a real fugitive.
For sure. And of course, you heard they say he's coming back as Han Solo for this new Boba Fett series. I heard.
Yeah, which is weird. It's like they're trying to rectify their wrongs, and I'm like, too little, too late.
Yeah, I heard they're going to do the same with him with Mandalorian. They're going to de-age his face like they do with Indiana Jones.
Oh, well.
It's funny he's coming back because he liked coming back for Indiana Jones, but he kept bitching about Han Solo. But you coming back for this?
Exactly. Yeah.
Make up your that guy can't make up his fucking mind. He can't. Make up your fucking mind. What the fuck do you want to do? Stop smoking the weed. Get the fuck off the Pineapple Express and make up your fucking mind.
Yeah, and go retire, go home, and just have the rest of the day to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Jonathan's asking, do you look forward to Morbius?
I don't know because I heard a lot of crazy stuff about Jared Leto. I don't know. It might be good, but I would like to see. I have a feeling that if this movie come out, they're going to have maybe a cameo from Blade, or maybe after this movie comes here, they're going to have do a sequel with Blade, or maybe a Blade movie with Wesley Snipes teaming up with Morbius. Because I remember in the Spider-Man cartoon, when Morbius was on that show, Blade was on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling they're going to go that route.
Yeah, I don't know, like just something about the previews, and I'm like it. I don't know. I mean.
But I will say I did get a kick out of the song they used, "People Are Strange," because you can tell that was a homage to the reference to the Lost Boys.
Yeah, I mean that's a good little touch, but we'll see what happens.
Speaking of all these franchises that they're trying to Cobra Kai, I want to see the Lost Boys get Cobra Kai done right, and I have an idea in my head I have an idea in my head that most definitely that will definitely Cobra Kai the shit out of Lost Boys than those other movies, especially this shitty reboot that's gonna suck.
As long as Corey Feldman's not in it.
Definitely.
I mean, or he'll probably ask for a lot of money.
Get Corey Feldman, someone who's a lookalike of Corey Feldman. I'm sure they'll find someone who looks like him.
Marty Feldman.
Maybe.
You have to dig him up first.
Right.
No, but I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe Kath Kiefer come back.
He said he would love to came back, but after what they did, they asked him, why did you come back for the straight to video sequels? Come on, the Lost Boys was good, but there's no way I'm gonna do a straight to video sequel to that.
Yeah.
He even said it. I would love to. He said he would love to come back, but you go on doing some you go all lazy doing some shitty straight to video sequels.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I do like the third one, but I'm not going to say it's a perfect movie, but I thought for a direct to video movie sequel, it was fun.
The story I have in my head will definitely Cobra Kai the shit out of Lost Boy. Did you see my post on Facebook where I was a Lost Boy for Halloween?
Yeah.
That's the character I have in mind. He Peter, the long lost boy. He was a member of the original gang before, and he left the group before they got all killed. And then he hibernated for so many years, and now he's come back.
Mm-hmm. That'd be interesting, though.
Absolutely.
But,
see, Hollywood, how it's not that fucking hard. Stop being so fucking lazy.
But. Yeah, I don't know where. I guess Matt had to go charge his phone. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna.
This would be an interesting crossover. How about Ghostbusters versus Lost Boys?
Maybe animate it.
Yeah, because it'll be cool to see them, because even in the cartoon they went up against more than just ghosts. They went up against vampires. They went up against werewolves. They went up against mummies. This and that. I could see that expanding more with the live action versions if they want to do this streaming show.
It would have a killer soundtrack.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Imagine the soundtrack.
Yeah, because Lost Boys had a hit soundtrack. Ghostbusters had. Can you imagine mixing those crossing paths with those two with the soundtrack for sure?
Yeah. But yeah, and yeah, like I said, I don't know if Matt's coming back but I'll probably wrap it up here for now, and because I'm just gonna keep fighting my tiredness. But even for for a little hangout tonight, it was fun to hang out with you guys and talk a little bit. And
my pleasure, especially on the holidays for sure.
Yeah, I know everybody's probably tied up tonight and all that stuff, and like I said, I don't know if Matt's coming back, but I'll talk to him. I'll send him a message here.
And screw Victor Saliva.
Yeah, Saliva. Sure.
Yeah. And Paul Feig too.
They should eat a box of this for the $100 of this.
Yeah, Seth Rogen's on the Wheaties cereal. Not Wheaties, but Wheaties. Yeah. But
shouts to Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby, for joining up, and Wild Man Beyond, and Matt Thomas. It was fun.
It's always fun, definitely, especially on the holidays.
And for everybody out there, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you for watching.
And happy heartwarming day.
See you in the stars, especially the Christmas stars.
Happy Festivus.